Hello, everybody, and welcome back to recapping RuPaul's Drag Race Season 15. This episode 4, the Snatch Game. Very early on, very fun. Whole lot of good stuff going on here today, so yeah, let's just get into it. So we start off the episode coming back from, the last challenge and from the runway and everything after Princess Poppy goes home. And we start off with this little argument happening between Lux and Lucy of who is the second place in the challenge. And I feel like this is a weird argument because you both got the same placement, so who cares? Sasha did the best. It's not like Sasha was gonna die right there on the stage, and then the runner-up was gonna be fucking, get the win. This is a weird situation to me. I also wanted to bring this up because I do want to bring up there's been a whole lot of hate coming towards members of the cast and accounts getting suspended and shit. And half of the season 15 cast is just off Twitter at the moment because of the fucking weird amounts of hate that they're getting. And it's y'all need to chill the fuck out. It is never that deep. It is drama on a TV show that was filmed over a year ago that all of these people probably don't give a shit about anymore. I don't understand, I don't understand why you would be taking any actions in order to, hate on these people when they've done nothing. If you've been sending hate to any of them, please stop watching my channel. It's just not it. I don't understand. I don't understand, all the, shit that's been going on. It's been a pain to fucking watch and has, turned me off of, going on Twitter and just, seeing the fucking shit that's been happening. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up here because that's been an annoyance of mine, and hopefully there was people in the comments of this video that'll commiserate with me and the frustrations of that. So let's move on to the actual challenge. Okay, so here we are having the first round of the Snatch Game. And honestly, I feel like overall the Snatch Game was actually paced better than I thought it would be. When it was okay, there's 2 rounds of Snatch Game, 7 contestants each in a span of 40 minutes. That initially sounded very bad, but they actually gave a really good amount of time to the Snatch Game, and it honestly only felt like it could have used 5 more minutes, and it would have been perfect. You know what I mean? It really didn't feel super short. It did feel slightly stunted, a little bit, but it really wasn't that bad. So starting with this first round, I mean, we got to go over our highlights here. Marsha, and Mistress Brooks both did great jobs in this challenge. I mean, the Tim Gunn was great. The Devil's in a Raw Edge comment from Marsha was just stellar, and Mistress was just really had the perfect energy for Snatch Game, which is just, you've got good jokes, and you're also just kind of mouthing off and chatting through and making comments about everything, and the quickness of when Malaysia as Saucy Santana said, walk like a dog. And then Rosie was like, I thought we were talking about walking the fucking duck. That is the kind of energy that you need to be bringing, and she fucking did it. I also really appreciate the Nevada joke that Anitra said. And I appreciate the energy that Selena brought as Mary. It got too much at the end because it kind of felt just being loud to be loud, but I don't think that was her intention. I think, the intention was she's trying to play a Virgin Mary who is oh, she's pregnant. So obviously she's randomly giving birth, she's gonna be screaming, So I understand it, but it just didn't come across the right way. But ultimately, I think this group did a great job with the Snatch Game. Pretty solid. I mean, I don't think anybody did terrible at all. Everybody did a safe or higher performance. Good for all of them. And for the second group, this one was much more of very high highs and very low lows. Joan, Rivers, Tan Mom, both stellar performances. And also, I feel like if we got more of Sasha's Jan Crouch and Jackson's Mona Lisa, those would have been super funny too. but those two we kind of got like the least amount of out of everybody, which is understandable because we needed to spend a lot of time with Joan and with Miley and Trisha. Now, I should probably talk about this later, but I'm talking about now. I don't understand why people think that Sugar and Spice should not have been in the bottom two here. Like, it was kind of like from prior to the season, it was obvious that there was going to be a bottom two with the both of them in it. But, like, they did the worst in this challenge. They were the bottom two. I don't think there should be any debate about that. They did the worst. I don't see I can understand like thinking that Aura's snatch game was like slightly worse than either Spices or Sugars, depending on what you think is funny. But it wasn't that bad enough that Aura's runway, which was one of the best of the night, I feel, would save her from that bottom two. And also, like, if they put Aura in the bottom two with either Spice or Sugar, I'm pretty confident Aura would have won the lip sync. So why, like, I feel like Spice and Sugar were definitely the bottom two this episode based on their performances. And like, if we didn't get that, it kind of would have felt like we've been cheated out on it in a way, because like, we kind of expected it, so we kind of want to see it. If we didn't see it, that would have been, I feel like, more upsetting than getting the obvious. And also, I feel like the obvious was the correct choice. So that's how I feel about all that. But I do think Spice had a funny moment in there with the fucking heel, like hitting herself over the fucking head with the hammer for like 8 times in a row. But that wasn't funny because it was funny. It was funny because the editors repeated it again, like obviously making it look like she did it more times than she actually did in a row. That's what was funny about it. It was edited to look more funny than it was obviously edited to look more funny than it actually was, and that's what made it funny, not that she actually did it. But yeah, I would say this is definitely a group of the highs and lows for sure. So we have the Sugar and Spice lip sync, but I'm going to talk about some of the runways I really enjoyed first. We have Auras, which I really enjoyed. I can understand the criticism of wishing there was more going on in the front, because it is just like a black silhouette from the front, but that silhouette was done to I was supposed to say done to death. That makes it sound bad, but I guess done to death. She was literally like had her fucking like spine out, but it was done amazingly. Like it was the perfect shape. Like I really liked it. Um, but yeah, I really enjoyed it. I thought it was great. I also really liked Lucy's outfit. I thought that was super good. I liked Lux's a lot. Um, I really, oh God, Sasha's. I also really like Sasha's. I loved all of those outfits a lot. I thought they were all fucking great for the category Beautiful Nightmare. Um, Now let's get to the lip sync. The lip sync was interesting. I like tweeted this. I was like, where did they find time to choreograph this? Because I mean, they had to have choreographed it, right? They did not just make that up on the spot. Like, I don't. It was insane, but it was very fun to watch. Um, I was kind of confused by the song choice because that song is like not like I've never been like, oh yeah, You Better Run by Pat Benatar. I did not know that song existed. But it was it was a good lip sync because they choreographed it, I feel like. That's not to downplay their talents, but like it was the chaos of the choreography of it, and Spice like pulling Sugar across the stage, and um Sugar chasing Spice with a shoe. Um, Definitely, I feel like made the choreo, and I feel like based off of um, how they performed in the lip sync, I do think it was most fair to keep Spice in the competition, simply because Sugar just ended up falling, and also it kind of, I think Spice kind of got the more like of those little like bits that they were doing. I feel like Spice kind of got the more like standout parts. Like, well, actually, I actually no, the first one she didn't because it would be more standout to be the one being pulled. But Spice was closer to the judges, so they kind of got to see more of her doing that. And then also, it was definitely in her favor to be the one getting chased because that's why Sugar fell, is because she had one shoe on that was already seen to be slippery. so made sense. But if I was judging it, I would have made the exact same decision that Spice would stay over Sugar here. Now let's talk about Sugar a bit. Um, I enjoyed the twins a lot more than I thought I would going into this. I think I do kind of wish we got to see more of them, but understandably, this was the episode where one of them should have gone home. They did the worst in the challenge. Um, but yeah, I had a lot better time with the twins than I thought I would, and I think my main takeaway from Sugar being eliminated is I'm very interested to see how Spice continues without Sugar, because while having your twin in the competition obviously gives you like some sense of comfort, like you have like your literal womb mate. I don't know why it's fucking womb mate. It sounds so weird. I'm trying to say the first time it sounded fucking weirder. Regardless, you have your fucking twin there with you, which is obviously like a bonus, but when you're now going to be by yourself, it's going to give you more of a spotlight because you're not constantly being compared to somebody who shares the same face as you. So I'm interested to see how that all plays out with Spice for however long she's on the season. But yes, sorry to Sugar for being eliminated. I do wish we got to see more of you on the television screen. And I'm interested to see how the looks that they had as well, with Spice staying and Sugar leaving. Like, what were the concepts that they both did for the upcoming runways that Spice will get to participate in. Okay, so next challenge we know is going to be a design challenge where they're going to be like in groups and they're part of I think they like the joke is like they're part of like fashion houses and they have to use like curtains and bed sheets and stuff. The four that I think are going to do well in this challenge, I think I changed up the four entirely from the last challenge. And we got two new entries on the top four, Lux and Spice. Looking from the promo for the next episode, Spice's headpiece really got me going. It looks like it's like very blue and black and kind of I don't it kind of gives me slight vibes of her promo look, the one that we see here of like the style of it, from what I can tell from the headpiece. So I have a feeling that Spice is going to do pretty good in this upcoming challenge. And it would be a good redemption for her after, just being in the bottom two and having her twin eliminated. And I think Lux is going to do well in this challenge. Uh, Simply no other reason more than I just kind of have faith in her to do it. And for all of the runways that we've had so far in the season, if like we're averaging all of like who did the best in all of them, who were my favorites, Lux has probably had my favorite runways in general so far. So that's why Lux is here. Anitra is somebody who I know makes a lot of outfits constantly. Like Anitra made their like reveal like runway like walk outfit. I know they made that outfit and um like working in like in Las Vegas, I know that they have to make their outfits like a lot of the time and like constantly. So I'm confident with Anitra being tasked to make an outfit. And also Sasha's just very experienced in drag. So, and I believe also makes a lot of her own outfits. So I would assume that Sasha would do well in this challenge. So yeah, those are the four that I think will be doing well next week. Alrighty, my top four. I did take out Marsha and put in Mistress. The reason I did that is because we keep getting more critiques on how Marsha's drag isn't draggy enough. So I think since we keep getting these and it doesn't seem like they're going to be stopping anytime soon, it makes me think that Marsha is not going to end up being in that finale. And who else to replace her, I think, but Mistress, because we kind of got Mistress getting a high. Well, she literally placed high this episode. And also, we got a comment from Rue saying, like, I'm excited to see what you do next. So I think that's setting us up for Mistress to kind of, like, sail towards the top of the competition. So that's why I switched them out. So yeah, that is going to be it for this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe if you wish. Yeah, thank you all so much for watching, and as always, take care. Bye-bye.